All right, thank you, Mark. Well, they were founded in 1987, and since then they've toured the country, playing in some landmark venues and impressing audiences everywhere. This morning, we are thrilled to welcome some of the members of Zen for Primates, Mike Krasukis and T. Roth, to help us kick off yet another Music Monday. Guys, good morning.
Hello.
Thanks for being with us. Now, first I got to ask you about the name. Kind of unusual, Zen for Primates. Describe this one for me. Where did the name come from?
I actually suggested Catholicism for gorillas first, but we found it was a little wordy. So,
actually, this was a name that I had carried around for a while.
Yeah.
And, way back when I was doing another project, and that kind of morphed into what became this ensemble. Mm-hmm. And I thought this name is this is so perfect for what this was to become. So, yeah, that's where it came from.
Yes, very interesting. And you guys are two of the 5 members of the group, right?
Yes.
How did you all meet? How was Zen for Primates born, so to speak?
I was here on a vacation. I was living in New York, and I came home for the summer, and my sisters took me out to see a band that his band. Mm-hmm. And it's turned out he recognized me from the 70s or something and asked me to sing a song with him, and I did. And we had a good time, so I went back to New York, packed my bags, and moved to Pennsylvania and joined the band.
Who knew that little vacation or little visit would be,
turn into 20-some years.
Yeah. And how about the other members of the group? Mike, are they all local?
Yes, pretty much. So our cellist now is in Washington, D.C.
Okay, super. Now, as I mentioned when I introduced you guys, have been performing since 1987. What do you think has made you so successful? I mean, many bands that we see don't last that long. What's your secret?
We have nothing else to do.
Yeah, we just don't quit. That's it.
Well, not quitting. Well, that's a good message to all the aspiring performers out there. That's a good one. And tell us a little bit about your style. I read that someone described your band as strange, different, but oddly attractive. Would you say that's accurate?
Well, look at us. but of course.
Yeah, I guess that covers it. Yeah, there's been lots of kind of definitions of it in the press at different times, and none of them have ever really worked for me. I thought they were all, but that's good. I mean, it covers a lot of the things. It's strange, and it only appeals to certain people. We've found that out over the years. It's its own little thing.
I know you have quite a following, so we can't wait to hear you perform it in just a few minutes. And you folks have played all over the place. Brag about yourselves for a second and talk about some of the biggest venues that you've performed in.
Well, we were regulars at the China Club in New York City for a while, and then they opened the China Club in Hollywood, and they flew us out there, and we played a few nights there. That was a lot of fun. Wow. And we played old landmarks like CBGB's.
Yeah, we played CBG, The Bottom Line.
Yeah,
and
Music Fest, right?
Yes, Music Fest since its very beginning, as a matter of fact.
And has there been a highlight so far? I mean, how do all these...
This is it.
Oh, well, thank you.
Thank
you so much. We'll give you your check for saying that later. Thank you. And speaking of performing, guys, I know that it's not just music. It's really a show for your audience. Talk to us a little bit about the style of your shows.
You talk about it.
Yeah, well, it's like I said, it's kind of odd music, and it's all original. So, or to a degree, we do some odd cover tunes. So people don't know always what to expect. And then T comes on and does his inimitable little act. But
I just kind of stand there and stare, really.
Yes. Well, you must be doing a good job.
I hope so.
It must be working, because I know people love you. Can you compare your style of music to any other artists? I mean, who would you say has influenced you guys as musicians?
I mean, lots of people have influenced me, but I don't really think we use any of the influences that affected me in what we're doing.
We have both listened to a lot of music. We have kind of wide tastes in music, so we kind of absorb all that. And everybody in the band has the cellists come from a classical background, the string players rather, who are not here today, but. So it incorporates all of those things.
Super. And 20 years later, 20 plus years later, I guess, is it still as fun performing today as it was back in 1987? I mean, what keeps you going?
Well, every night is a new night because you have a new audience to challenge. And so that's what makes it fun. I mean, the music, So I don't even think about the music that much anymore. To me, it's just getting across to the audience, and so every night's a challenge for us, and it makes it really interesting.
Yeah, it is still really fun being out there. I don't think we would have done it this long.
That's for sure.
Super. And any advice to aspiring musicians out there who think, boy, I hope my band lasts for 20 plus years?
Get a job. Go to school.
Well, I'm glad you guys are still having fun, and we can't wait to hear you perform live. So we're going to get set up, and that is coming up. A live performance by Zen for Primates in just a few minutes. Stay with us. You don't want to miss it. Well, it is Music Monday this morning on 69 News at Sunrise, and today we are pleased to welcome some of the members of Zen for Primates, Mike Krasukis, T. Roth, and saxman Pete Fluck, who are going to show us what's made them a favorite in the area and beyond for decades. Guys, good morning. Pete, welcome in. And we should mention, you guys are 3 of the 5-member band. Who's missing, Mike? We want to give them a little shout out this morning.
Yes, our violinist Sheila Maloney is not with us today, and Jody Beater, who lives in Washington, D.C.
Okay.
It was hard for her to get up here today, so they are not with us.
Understandable, but folks can visit you and come out to one of your gigs and see the whole group perform. And speaking of, what's coming up on the calendar? Anything exciting on the calendar?
The next thing we're doing is October 22nd.
Okay.
It's a Friday night at Allentown Symphony Hall, part of the Jazz Cabaret series. We did that about a year ago, and it's a great spot, actually.
Yeah, a lot of fun.
Yeah, that'll be exciting. And what's the best way for fans to follow you and keep up to date with all your performances?
At the website, we have www.bummertent.com. Will get to us, and there's a Zen video link right on the front page. And
super.
So, yeah.
How about purchasing your music? Is that where to purchase as well?
Yeah, and you can online at all the places that you can download.
Super.
Yeah,
many options.
Everything's
today.
around. Everything's out there somewhere.
Great. So tell us a little bit about the song you'll be performing for us today. We can't wait to hear it.
Mike actually started this song for a movie that was done by a friend of ours that was used in the soundtrack. And then we had to expand it a little bit because it was just a little snippet. And so I added some lyrics and we collaborated on what it became.
Great. And what is it called, T?
It's called Why.
Why? Okay. Well, folks, I'll let you take it away. Ladies and gentlemen, Zen for Primates. Thank you.
Why must I pick up the phone? Why do I keep asking why? Don't tell me I've got better things to do. Don't tell me I should be like you. Don't ask why. Don't ask why. Why is the sun going down? Why am I always the clown? Why do you keep asking why? Don't ask me why you never see me smile. Don't ask until you walk my mile. Don't ask why. Don't ask why. Don't tell me I've got better things to do. Don't tell me I should be like you. Don't ask why. Don't ask why.
And that's going to wrap it up for us this morning. We'll leave you with the sounds of Zen for Primates.
Thanks for watching. Have a great day.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Don't ask me why you never see me smile.